All right. Hello, everybody. I'm back with season 1, podcast 2 in the mix. I'm your boy, TeddyHoggle, and today I am joined by...
Unlucky retro people.
Oh, look at this. You see, I told you I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. But something is different. Something came up last night that Unlucky Retro actually brought it to my attention that E3 was on. And I kind of said that I was going to try and change the way my podcasts were. Let's just go straight off the bat. Two main E3 conferences were on last night, and it was Xbox and there was Sony. Now,
I mean, I was fucking annoyed at the fact that it was fucking at 2:00 in the poxy morning. Like that was a chore to stay up for. I mean, at least that's the one good thing Xbox done. I can't lie. They had it at a reasonable fucking time of the day for us in the UK. But like other than that, yeah, continue, brother. Continue. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it was to the point where I watched the Xbox one first. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm no, actually no, don't even try to get me wrong. I'm not a fucking Xbox fan. I'm not the biggest Xbox fan. Back in the day, I used to have a crystal Xbox. It wasn't mine, it was my ex's. I used to play a lot of games on it, like Knights of the Old Republic and Shenmue. And that was since after that, like James, I know you had an Xbox.
Yeah, I must admit, for the last generation, I was an Xbox 360 man. I was, but ever since the kerfuffle of the whole kind of online constantly and the whole games thing, and just the fact that the games that they've been releasing is, I don't know, it just isn't pulling me in. I mean, we'll get to it, but yeah, like the games that they're bringing to the table just isn't my type of flavor. I don't know, it's fucking nonsense, to be honest. Like,
I'm a true. I just basically like I used to work in a game shop, like literally the game shop, and I think from that, for when I saw what I don't like is Xbox fans. That's what I didn't like about them. They were like, oh. Yeah, they were like, oh, our game's playing 1080p. What is yours playing? And then they would constantly look on the back of a PlayStation box and go, look, 720. So the fuck what?
Yeah.
Can I fucking play the game?
That's true.
It's the difference if it's 1080p. Yeah, you do. But if your TV is small, like 32, you don't really notice the difference. I'm sorry, you don't. If your TV is massive, like say the TVs that me and you have, then yeah, you can tell the difference. We can know straight off the bat if the graphics is good or not. But this Xbox conference, I'll be real with you, did not change my mind about Xbox.
No, not really. I mean,
Xbox. It did not change my mind to go and buy an Xbox at all.
No. It's the same for me. I mean, it didn't. I mean, it's a fucking, like I said to you before yesterday, it's a fucking VCR to DVD recorder size fucking thing. Like, it's fucking massive, the fucking Xbox 360. And to be honest, I don't have enough space in my house for that fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's got to have its own shelf and shit. And like, I can't be dealing with it. But the fact of the matter is, the games on it just wasn't. To me, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, PlayStation done the same thing in certain games and stuff, but I just felt it was like a recall of other things. Forza 3, Gears of War 4, you know, Halo Wars 2.
And Wars 2. Oh,
you know, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking them. There are people out there who are avid Xbox fans and who would probably say the same thing about PlayStation, but watching the Xbox and watching the PlayStation, like, was two different levels.
Two different levels of gameplay. Now, the only game I can say that I am shockful for, and this is going into now the EA conference, is Titanfall is now on PlayStation.
Yeah.
They have realized they do not want... Xbox is not the only platform now.
I mean, especially because it didn't actually sell that well, Xbox. I mean, it is selling well, but obviously compared to PlayStation 4... Like, they probably just looked back on it and said, look how much more money we could have got, I suppose, if we, dual console this game. So, I mean, it was the best choice they had. To me, it just sounds like they got the money from Xbox to get it started, and then now they're like, you know what, fuck it. Now let's put it on both. Like, for me, in the Xbox conference, the game that I'm kind of annoyed about, and one of the only reasons, and there's always one reason why I want to buy an Xbox. Like last year it was Killer Instinct. Now this year it's We Happy Few.
We Happy Few. I don't think I
Yeah.
saw that.
Oh
I
right. Well,
don't think.
We Happy Few is like it's a British kind of game. It's set in, I believe, in 1962, and it's all about people taking drugs to keep them happy. As soon
Yeah,
as you start feeling depressed, you take drugs, and then you become happy. And you play as a guy who's tired of taking them. And the
yeah.
thing is, if you don't take them, it's a big crime.
If you
And
don't take drugs, it's a big crime.
yeah, exactly. And there's there in the trailer there was a bit where they're hitting this pinata, like the kids and this woman, and she says, come in, join in, and like you're hitting it softly, and then as soon as you hit it hard, like your brain kind of wakes up because you haven't taken the drugs, and it's actually a rat you're beating, and it's basically like the drugs make you see another world.
Yeah,
And
that's
obviously,
really
yeah,
weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's like
it's very
a
similar
Max
to
Payne
like
type of thing. It's like a Max Payne type of thing.
like it reminds me of BioShock. I mean, in good ways, it reminds me of BioShock. I mean, I love BioShock, but like it kind of brought that feeling back that I kind of enjoyed from the original BioShock series. Well, the original BioShock, fuck BioShock 2. Like that was just a money cow crash grab like type fucking nonsense there.
It was.
But yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Let's not blabber on about it. Sounds really bad. I know I'm cutting you. Let's just not blabber on about the fucking Xbox, yeah?
No. I mean, Xbox did
There was
okay.
one
I'm
thing-
not
there
knocking the
was-
fact that, in
yeah.
my opinion, they did all right. Do you know what I mean? It was okay. It was better than what they had done before. I mean, don't get me wrong. Phil Spencer came out without a fucking blazer and fucking t-shirt this time, which was fucking
Yeah,
great.
but which one's Phil Spencer? You mean the one that came out in the old Xbox shirt?
Yeah. Old gangster Xbox t-shirt.
I remember I was mocking that. I was like,
Yeah. It looked like it had gone through the wash about 20 times,
yeah,
bro.
Bill
Like,
Gates is looking at it like, why are you wearing an Xbox t-shirt? Why are you wearing the old one? Why are you not wearing the new one? Why are you not wearing the Xbox jacket? Well, what's going on here?
yeah, shit. That reminds me, I remember when Bill Gates used to fucking like support the Xbox, the original. Like he used to be on the fucking conference and shit like that. How fucking far life's gone, eh?
Yeah, but you know what? I think it's a thing of like, remember, the only reason why he made the Xbox is because he had to split his company in two. He was making too much money, and he had to split. But I was going to say to you, the last thing we're going to talk about Xbox. Do you remember how happy the people were in the commercial? Every commercial you saw.
You mean in Pirates? The fucking soppy bollocks. I fucking hate when they do that shit. Does my fucking skull in, like. Seriously, bruv. They're a bunch of soppy cunts. Like, it does my head in. Like,
oh my god! Like when they're playing Sea of Thieves, like,
yeah, I'm gonna climb the ship. Yeah, like I've never ever played with people. I mean, even with my friends, like we're not that fucking dumb. Like we're not that fucking stupid.
We played tons of multiplayer games together.
Yeah.
I had screamed like that in my life, and my eyes are that wide open.
No,
never.
Over something as stupid as it was fucking silly, and I hated like the thieves of the Sea of Thieves community. Like, what fucking community? The game's not even out yet. Like, what fucking community is this? Like, I like, you know what I mean? When can I be a part of like, a PlayStation community? Like, I want to be one of these people that like play these games and become a community before the games come out. Like, it's fucking stupid.
Exactly. All right, so fuck Xbox. Let's do this. Okay, so. Let's just go, people. This is a different brand of fucking conference that Sony pulled off yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to go straight into it. Sony had a live orchestra.
Yes. When it first started up, they had like, you knew they weren't fucking around. Like, you knew they weren't fucking around. Like,
and then they had the heavy woman breathing on the microphone, doing the Timberland beat with the drum.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was off the fucking nut, mate. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh my god! And then you look to the side, and there's guys with songbooks singing a song from. Let's be real. Let's just bring it right into it now. The very first game, I'm thinking, what song is this from? And then what they go and do is you hear this guy talk. And who turns up? Fucking Kratos.
Yeah, I had an inkling though. I said to you guys before when we were watching the Ubisoft that I feel as if they might be showing God of War 4. Like, and you guys were saying, where the fuck's he gonna go now? I remember, like, where the fuck's this dog? Where is he gonna go? Like,
they just called it God of War. Like, they just redone it. They just redone.
Oh, is it a remaster type shit? Like,
no, it's not. It's
remaster, mate.
It's Norse gods, but it's just God of. It's still Kratos. The only problem I did have with it was he used Spartan power.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I don't know how the story folds in to.
No, I'm not going to show how it works. Like I said, I mean, I've obviously God of War has its due. Don't get me wrong. I've never been an avid fan of the game. Like I usually just know the game from other people playing it, but it did look good. I ain't gonna lie, it did look good.
It looked so beautiful. When I saw Kratos, I swear down, a little tear came out of my eye when I saw this fucking game.
Proper screw face on the fucking screen, like big ass fucking screw face with the fucking hefty beard, like.
And that beard looks so real. It looks so dirty.
I mean, the detail is good, mate, on his face. I'll give him that.
You know the joking about it? When I saw him, it sounds really bad. I didn't know who he was until the crowd screamed, and then and then he spoke, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's fucking Kratos!" And then I tried to call Jambuster straight away, and he went. And you know, Jambuster, he doesn't pick up his phone after 10.
Yeah, I know. Fucking, he doesn't pick his phone half the time, let alone fucking after 10.
Yeah, I don't understand what the fuck he's doing.
No, me neither.
I wanted to say to him, you need to get up right now because your franchise is on fucking Sony right now. And the problem is, though, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, he's got a better like choice and decision over the game. Like to me, it's just all right, whatever. Okay. Is there any more history? Is there any more history Kratos can fuck up? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, what's next? Egypt, fucking. Like,
well, the original John Bossy did say to us that the original guy that made Kratos, he wanted Egyptian gods. He didn't want Norse. So that's why he left, apparently. And now they brought Norse gods back. I think it's a wrong decision for the original creator for that game to leave.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if he's back. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know, mate. Like I said, some developers don't make it like after leaving companies. I mean, it takes them a very long time. I mean,
to get back, basically, to get back. And
it's true.
People, I'm going to be real with you now. Most of these games on the list that was on the Sony conference, if you have seen them, I'm going to buy them. And
pretty much.
With this next game that came out for it as well was Days Gone.
I don't know. Now, when I first watched it, I genuinely thought it was like Last of Us, or it was done something by Naughty Dog at first. I did genuinely think that, without a doubt. Like the way it is and the whole kind of melancholy type mood. You know, I used to be someone and I used to have a girlfriend, and then like, you know, and then it all turned to shit and all that kind of fucking nonsense. You know what I mean? Like that typical kind of, you know, I was a badass before, and now I'm a badass even fucking more.
The winding clock. Like it was like they started showing like the power going and all this stuff, and I think that it sounds really bad. This reminds me of Left 4 Dead. You know where the zombies are? They're piling up on top of each other.
Yeah. No, like I said to you, it reminds me in movie terms like 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah, 28.
You know, that kind of ravenous act.
Yeah, the other one with Brad Pitt.
What's World War Z.
World War Z. That whole running on top of each other.
Yeah, just trying to get the first zombie to attack. And like I said, it was all right. I mean, at the end of the show, they did show obviously gameplay of it and stuff like that. But like I said to you before, I would rather play it from the perspective of just the average Joe who kind of gradually grows into it. You know, like what they did similar with Far Cry 3? Like, he kind of grew into it.
Yeah. The guy that they're using now, I wouldn't use him.
Well, it's not that, but he just looks like a badass before the world kind of went to shit. And like, you know, you're a badass, now you're even more of a badass. I mean, who goes into a fucking front of a fucking truck and pulls out the thing to make a silencer? Like, you know, I'm going to kill this guy stealthy. Like, you don't think like that unless you're a fucking professional. You know what I mean? Like an average Joe would not fucking think like that.
Whoever knows, can someone comment to me if you watch the trailer for that and you watch the gameplay for that piece? Can you please tell me what part of the truck that you can fit onto a gun?
I mean, we're not saying we're going to fucking shoot anyone, please. No, we're not saying anyone. But like it's a coincidence that he knew. It's not like it's like he's basically done it fuck times, like loads of fucking times. Like it's an average thing for him pulling out.
And don't think about it. How many games have you played? Let's be real. And you've had a gun and you've walked past a truck, like especially Resident Evil. You've walked past a truck in Resident Evil. The guy has never gone to take something out of that truck.
Never.
on the gun to make his gun silent so no other zombie hears you. I've never seen this.
Never.
It was good, but I thought it was a bit cliche. Oh, he knows.
Yeah, like that's what I said to you. I just thought he was, he was fucking Don Juan. You know what I mean? He knew what the fuck he was doing. Like, no bullshit. Like, I mean, the amount of zombies with Ed, he was just wasting ammo. Like, why are you wasting all that fucking ammo for? What's wrong with you, you fucking idiot? Like,
why was he wasting ammo like that?
I would have been fucking out there. Like, I would have fucking bolted, mate. I would have
bolted. You know what it is? The game has too much action aspect because that many zombies, you would have been.
You would be shitting yourself, mate. I would be jogging on some else place far away, mate. I would not be there, mate. That silly bollocks. He was just standing there, and mate, he's a mug. He's a mug.
You know what it is? The funny thing about it is Left 4 Dead has been the best zombie game for me. Why? Because you can look left with a light, it won't be nothing. And you look left again, and the zombie is climbing through the window.
Yeah,
so the zombie's seeing you, and the zombie's being tactical. In this, there's no fear in this game.
No, like I said, he didn't feel any fear. You know, like even at the end of the trailer, like he knew his death was at demise, but he was still telling them to come on. You're like, you've got no ammo. There's zombies coming from all left, right, center, and all that kind of stuff. And
so when a person, it sounds really bad. The person would have put the gun in their mouth and tried to shoot themselves, and they're going click, 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 or that piss. Or another person would have cowered in the corner and given up. And he did nothing of this. He did nothing of the sort. He was standing there, letting every zombie see him. And no, that's fake. A normal person would have cowered or they would have shot themselves.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, I would like a game where you gradually become that badass. You know, at first you're a bit, scared. The way you take down zombies is a bit like dodgy. You know what I mean? Like, but then as the game goes along, you begin to learn stuff like, oh yeah, I can use that bit to make a fucking silencer, and this is an easy way. And like, I would like, because I'm kind of getting fucking tired of zombies, to be honest. Like, I'm getting tired of the fuckers. Like,
this is a type of different zombie game. With them piling up like that, I've never seen a zombie game.
Yeah, I mean, at first when I thought it was some form of like vampire-ish type zombie. Like the first creature that jumped on the guy when they first I forget, was it Two Dog? I mean, that was a fucking dumb name anyway. Like Two Dog. Like I don't know, maybe it works well in like that biker type thing, but it's fucking stupid. But yeah. But yeah, no, like I said, I felt as if it was very vampiric. They weren't complete zombies. Like they kind of had a bit more sense, but
but rage. Like you say, they're like you always say as well. They're mindless zombies, and they were proper mindless. Like they were, they didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit. All right. We're going on about Days Gone too much. That game, people get that. Get fucking Days Gone.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Well, I'll see how it goes and what happens further on in the game, and see if I know a bit more about the story. But yeah, it's on my list for buys for the PS4. It being an exclusive as well.
Okay, so Last Guardian is now out in October.
I know, right? Like fucking hell.
I'm gonna be real with you now. I'm gonna be real with you. We have too many games to fucking buy.
Especially in September, in August, in October. Like, I'm surprised it comes out at Halloween, though. That's the bit I don't understand. Like, it seems like a very kind of, I wouldn't say one-tone kind of game because of the color. It's very washed out. But to come out at Halloween, it's like, it's not really a Halloween game.
The game is very dark because they showed you more, and that animal that he's got, that thing that he's got.
Oh yeah, the weird bat dog, cow, horse thing. Like
more of them now, because when he walked into the room, the two that he saw, he didn't know, and then you see the thing calling to him. I don't know if they've edited very well, but you saw two of them, and they were like proper.
Yeah, one was proper black, like it had like a dark kind of spirit on it and all that kind of stuff. It looks like you will be challenging others, like that kind of Shadow the Colossus thing. Like I'm definitely going to get it. I'm a massive fan of Shadow the Colossus.
I won't get this game straight away. I know I won't get this game straight away. I know you will probably get it, and I'll probably like when you're streaming it. I probably won't get this because I don't know what it is. You know me already. I get bored of games very quickly if they're not.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if you're not a massive fan of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, I do feel as if it is. It's kind of you're treading new grounds. It's a very not slow-paced game, but like for someone to come straight into it and expect like pure action, I don't think you're going to get that. you're definitely going to be like hours. There's going to be hours where you're trying to solve a fucking puzzle, like, and all that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, if you're not that type of person, I wouldn't buy it like for £50 straight off the fucking bat. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
Fuck that noise.
Okay, people. So the reason why I said it eventually at the beginning of before I spoke about Last Guardian that we have a lot of games to buy is because me and James me and Unlucky Retro will be playing Final Fantasy. We will be streaming this game, playing together, and we will be probably comparing our two different game styles. I could probably do podcasts with you about that, the game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, we can do like a weekly one just explaining what we had done this week, and we could take a bit of our video from like what we're talking about from either side, and put them together. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Put that together.
We can show you either way, either part. Wait, and I'm gonna put this in with the Final Fantasy. They've put VR Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I know. And you're playing as Protolo or whatever. I keep forgetting. He's the only character I fucking forget because his name is so fucking stupid. Like,
it's
Parantaro or where I don't know. Like, Gladius is fine. Ignis is fine. Noctis is fine. I don't know what's with the isses. Like, everyone seems to end Gladius, Ignis, Noctis.
Exactly. So when you saw, I don't know if you actually saw the part of the VR. I don't know if it was in the VR trailer or the parts of the trailer that they kept showing. But when you saw them get to the city, you saw them wearing black. I don't know if you saw that. They were proper in black. Now they were probably wearing the same jacket, and they all walked up and they all stood there together. Like we've made it.
Yeah,
do you know?
Like I said to you, I mean, I will be buying it, but it is Final Fantasy Boy Band Edition. Like, I just see them eventually bringing out like music from the game, but like they have the dancers and they just put the characters like frame over them. You know how they do it, and I can just imagine it. To me, it's just fucking boy band Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 15. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna play it. I liked how the VR started up, and the first person you saw was like little Sid. I'm not quite sure if she's still called Sid, but the first thing you saw was
Sid.
Like the first thing you saw is just her tits straight away in the VR. You're like,
you know how they are. I'm not even going to say the country.
No, you know how they are. It was like, really, like this little bit where we're shooting the behemoth and stuff. That's a bit extra, but you really want to just be looking at Sid all day. That's what most people are going to be doing.
When I saw Behemoth, I was angry at first because I was like, why are they showing us Behemoth? I don't care. And then when I saw Pomonto look around and then he was wearing the VR, fucking brilliant. I thought that is brilliant. I thought Final Fantasy
is going to be a headache in a fucking in a visor though, mate. I don't know.
I think we need to get one. We need
to get one eventually, yeah. But like I said, I don't know how it's going to work because I wear glasses. So, like, I mean, obviously it's going to fit all, but the whole motion. Is it gonna I don't know how it's gonna work. Like moving around at that pace, because I remember they also done like a little Batman thing. Like they're gonna do a Batman VR as well.
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, they're doing Batman. They're doing Batman, and then they got Star Wars.
Yeah,
as well. Star Wars looked really good. I was shocked at this. I was very shocked at this. Like doing Star Wars, and then I thought to myself, okay, then I heard someone talking and I thought, hang on a sec, that's the Joker. Are they serious?
And it does sound like Mark Hamill, unless like they actually got someone who can do really well.
Mark Hamill.
It just seems he can't leave that job, mate. He just can't leave. That's like an instant banker. Like you can't be dropping that out.
It's kind of sad that it sounds really bad. You're Luke Skywalker and everyone loves you instead for playing a Joker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you are the savior of the universe, but everyone loves you as the Joker. Really? I don't know. Don't let him get away from the Joker. No. Forget Luke Skywalker. That was 30 years ago. No. Let's just let him be the Joker. It sounds really bad. Like even him now in that new Force Awakens film, they put him right at the end.
I know, right? That was a little teaser and a little taster at the end, isn't it? Like he's still alive type thing, isn't it? Like,
all right, people. So VR. I think that's going to have to be another. I'm going to do a VR topic in the next podcast with Jan Buster and which I will do a topic with that. There's another game that they said, and it was Detroit Becoming Human. This was probably my favorite game.
Really? For me, I mean, it looks very interesting. It has that very like LA noir type kind of gameplay, like having that choices. But what got me was that it didn't show like the in between parts of the game. It just kind of showed the decisions, and I don't want the whole game because I mean, I must admit, I'm not a big fan of fucking David Cage. Like he's a weird guy who's been able to get away with a lot of shit in the industry. Like he does a lot of games that don't really have much gameplay, but for some odd reason they still get like high ratings. I mean, at first it was. Now people are beginning to clone. But as everyone says, I hate to be a follower, but fuck David Cage. Like he's a fucking twat sometimes.
What games has he done?
He's done Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit.
Beyond Two Souls?
Yeah.
Oh, that game looked. Oh, it sounds. I understand now. Maybe I'm the sucker one that's looking at it right now because I saw Beyond Two Souls and it looks really good. Did he do Heavy Rain as well? Right?
Yeah, he did Heavy Rain.
You know what it is about those games? Certain people like me, they like that whole realistic kind of feel to a game.
Yeah.
Where you're living out a life in a game, but it looks so real. It's like The Sims. That's why I like The Sims. You're living out a life that looks real.
That's true.
It's like a simulation. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think it is. That's what he probably. That's why he gets away with it. He gets away with it in this game. I think the game looks beautiful.
It does. It does look really nice.
The choice. A robot going bad and not following the laws of robotics. There's something about this that draws people. Like iRobot and Bicentennial Man. There's things that draw.
Yeah. Like I said, I did get that kind of very Ghost in the Shell kind of feel as well when I was watching it.
Exactly. And some reason why for us, I think that we see that it's our future to have robots in our houses looking after our children, being lazy parents, like how people are being at the moment. But when it's in a game and it's in a film, why does it? I don't understand that it draws us to it. It's like our next evolved form to have these machines in our house doing everything for us.
True.
And it draws us towards it. That's why I like it. As soon as I saw it, it drew me towards that. When the woman said, "You're not human. Why would you send a human? Why are you sending another android to go and save my daughter? Like another android there is fucking up my daughter." And another thing, madness. Why did they show us the end of the game?
What do you mean? What, like that? I think that's just one small mission in the game. I just think it was very emotional connecting because it had a child involved, and I think that was the reason why they done it, was just to kind of have that kind of impact of, two androids fighting over a child which is human. But I mean, you don't even know if the child's human. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I mean, there's going to be loads of fucking nonsense in it. Of course there is. It's fucking David Cage. I guarantee when you finish the game, you're going to have no fucking idea what you just played. That's the only problem I have with the guy. You come out, you go in there dumb, and you come out fucking even more stupid. Like, okay.
You go in dumb, come out even more stupid. That's a t-shirt right there, mate. Okay, so I will let you roll this one off the bat. So you saw a trailer and a guy wakes up. Go on, you know what game I'm talking about. You remember?
Well, it was originally called Kitchen, and like, to be honest, I mean, maybe it's sneaky on Capcom's part, but I don't actually think they were the same game at first. I don't think
they molded it.
I think due to the fact of its popularity and the fact that what it done behind closed doors, like people were saying it really shit people up. Like people were really anticipating it. Like they were really surprised Capcom still had it in them. And because of that, obviously Resident Evil 7 was announced. And I mean, it took me by surprise because but in a way, when I was watching it, it had that very similar, that PT. Unfortunately, rest in peace, PT. I mean, I wish you were a game that existed, but there is something else coming up, hopefully, to replace you. But yeah, when I was watching it, it kind of had that very, like, playable trailer, very PTE. Like, when it started, you didn't know what it was, but when you finished it, you realized that it was Silent Hills. And I feel as if that Capcom have kind of took that due to the fact of what Konami done, which is fuck Konami. And
you know what you're saying right there? When he first woke up, I thought it was a VR game. Yeah. Second, I thought it was Silent Hill. Then when I saw that video tape, it went and it went to the screen. I knew it was Resident Evil. And I just thought, for one, I hope they've rewritten it. I hope they're not using Chris Redfield.
Well, I don't know. Evidently, it's supposed to be after 6. So if it's going to be after 6, but the thing is that's going to get me is it only in first person when you do VR? Because obviously the fear from the kitchen beta or whatever you want to call it, alpha or whatever, like it was all in VR. So is that fear only going to be in VR? And then if it isn't, is Resident Evil going to be a third person? Because at the end of the day, I don't want Resident Evil to go first person, because at the end of the day, I know the characters are fucking cliche and stupid, but that's what made Resident Evil, the characters. And I think that's what the movie fucking lacked.
They can try to give you that ghost, because most of the Japanese ghost games, they are first person and you can't.
Yeah.
And I think Resident Evil now Capcom are trying to give you something new, because let's be real. I've heard you and Jambosta talk about like these Resident Evil games. You guys are not happy, so let them. Capcom have learned, and I think they're not really listening to their fans, because just look at Street Fighter. But you know what I mean?
I know, fucking right, Jesus Christ.
But then let's see what they do with it. Kitchen, for me, like I saw Max's reaction, and Max was even shocked. Yeah. Max was shocked they're bringing Resident Evil 7 out already, and I was shocked as well. I was really.
But it coming out in January 24th. So, I mean, it's still a ways away, but it's not too far. And like I said, I'm just hoping that the game's as fun to play it without the VR. Do you know?
Yeah,
I don't want it just to be a VR experience.
This is to me, people. This is a head game. If you use your headphones, this is a headphone.
I'm definitely going to tonight, because obviously they announced that the demo would be released. So I'm going to download that tonight, and I might try and record it and put it out there for the channel and stuff like that. So. I
can't even. I will stream that, mate. Stream that straight to Twitch if you can, or YouTube. I'll do something with that, because if you stream that, it will go straight on your YouTube anyway, mate. So
that's true.
That's beautiful. Okay, so we done VR, whatever. Okay, now this was a surprise to me, and I'm really shocked that I liked it, and I'm kind of regretting it now. And it was Call of Duty Infinite War. I'm so angry at myself that I forgot that they released the trailer already, and they've showed me the new trailer, and I was like, I'm getting that, I'm fucking getting that, and then I saw Call of Duty come up. How biased am I that I like Rainbow, and then I see this one, and I love the planes, I love the way they were in space. I loved it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is to me. This is exactly how I wanted Star Wars to be.
True. It's true, I get what you mean, but like I said, I've never been, again, I'm not a fan of the Call of Duty series and stuff like that, but, I mean, it looked good, but, to be honest, I don't think it's the game itself which is causing so much issue now. I think it's the fact that they have just locked away the remastered version of Modern Warfare behind buying Infinite War.
Even Modern Warfare looked good, right? Modern Warfare looked fucking brilliant.
That's what I'm trying to say, and I think that's the issue at hand. I don't think the game would have got such bad reception if they separated the two bundles. But because they're forcing you to buy it, it's almost like we know you're actually just going to buy Modern Warfare, so we're going to bundle in this game as well, so you have to buy it. And I think that's wrong, and I think that's what's pissing people off. I don't necessarily think it's the game at hand, but I don't know. Like I said, for me anyway, I've never been a massive fan of
when you saw the trailer, when you saw the trailer, did you know it was Call of Duty?
Yeah, I knew it was Call of Duty.
See, I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know, and it was like, okay, they're walking down the stairs. I thought, oh, this looks okay. I thought, what's this? I thought, oh, a space game. No Man's Sky. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's not. It's not. Why is No Man's Sky still not giving us a trailer for No Man's Sky yet? Why?
I don't know. Considering it comes out in a month and a half, yeah, I mean, it should do something soon. Like.
Yeah, why haven't they given us a trailer for this game? I don't want to see. I've already had a rant about No Man's Sky anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna kind of got a couple of hits for that as well. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. I don't know what it is. I think it's because let's be real. I'm a big Ubisoft fan, people. A big Ubisoft fan. It's probably one of my best companies ever because I like Assassin's Creed. I'm playing Assassin's Creed right now. I like Rainbow Six. All that great stuff. But with the Division coming out, you scare me. And I'm scared for Wildlands. I'm scared.
Now, before we jump on to Ubisoft, I would just like to give a quick little mention to like Hideo Kojima.
No, I wasn't going to go into Ubisoft. Trust me, I wasn't even going to talk about Ubisoft in this podcast. The reason why they didn't really give me any oomph to talk about.
See, what I'm trying Ubisoft, to say, I must admit, was fucking boring. Like, if we're going to be just quick and brief over it, it was.
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know she's working with a script. But like, it just wasn't funny. Like, I mean,
it's rude. It's fucking rude. I think. It sounds really bad. People, don't get me wrong. I'm a black man, right? Don't get me wrong.
I'm a mixed race man, just so people don't start thinking.
I'll be real. To hire this woman to say that she's a gamer, no, she's fucking not. You're a face. You are a byproduct. You are John Cena. That's what you are. You pretend to be a gamer. I have never seen you on any platforms, on any Ubisoft that I've played. If you were such a really big Ubisoft fan, why are you not in the new Assassin's Creed film alongside with Michael Fassbender? Why would you not want to be in that film? You understand?
Yeah.
Why would you want to be in this film? This woman comes out every year. She starts swearing. And I think to myself, why are you saying, what's it called? The person who did that, they can suck a bag of dicks. What are you talking about? And it sounds really bad. I feel she can get away with it because she's a black woman.
I guarantee it was her who fucking leaked it on Reddit. I'm talking about, like, man.
Yeah, at first, I thought it was Ubisoft that leaked it.
Yeah.
They can, anyone want. I think it was Ubisoft that leaked it in the first place.
See, the thing is, what got me about the Ubisoft thing, it was just fucking boring. I mean, it started off like a fucking circus. I don't know what the fuck that Just Dance thing was. I mean, at least they didn't have Jason Derulo or wherever that soppy bollocks his name is. I fucking can't stand him. And like, I love how they re-edited the song. Right, if you watched it live, the fool can't fucking sing, first and foremost. And then when you watch it on like YouTube and stuff, they over-ashed it and like made his voice sound better. It's fucking embarrassing. But it started off, and I generally thought I was watching else entirely because I didn't straight away start watching the Ubisoft conference.
I did, yeah. I watched it straight away.
I kind of came in like 2 minutes in or a minute in, and I was like, "What the fuck is this noise?" Like
same bullshit, same
noise?
Shit. Like, why did they bring back Jason Derulo this year? Because they knew for last year it fucked her up.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go through what else is next. Okay. A big one that my missus will love, and probably even your missus would love. Crash Bandicoot is back.
I know, right? He's back in a way. Don't like people listening. Don't get your fucking hopes up if you didn't see it. Like there isn't going to be a brand new Crash Bandicoot. There's going to be a remastered version of 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, and something. How did they muddle the what are they called? Skylanders?
Yeah, Skylanders.
How do they mix these two? I didn't understand.
Because originally, like, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro were they weren't going against each other, but they were kind of like the forefront, like, runners for platforming at the same time if you were either a Crash or a Spyro. And then, unfortunately, Spyro took a few wrong fucking turns with a couple of producers and
but they did do the Skylanders first Spyro, though.
Yeah, and then obviously after a little gap, he came back with Skylanders. I mean, I don't play with them. I don't know anyone who does play with them, but like I must admit they are popular. I mean,
my nieces play with them. They love that shit.
That's what I mean. I mean, at the end of the day, they must be popular because I know Disney Infinite now has been cancelled. So like the Skylanders must be still good enough to keep going. And I mean, Disney Infinite didn't go on as long as they did. So.
I think is Disney now. Disney have a boardroom full of people, and they sit there and they tell them the truth. Disney Infinity. That's what someone's told him. Disney Infinity is shit. Why is it shit? I am not paying £10 for each character.
Yeah.
Let's be real with you. I'm not paying.
Well, no, they're about £18 when they come out. Like in the UK, I'm not quite sure where it is over the rest of the world. It might be cheaper in other countries, but. In the UK, things are quite fucking expensive over here.
Expensive in the UK, and we're not. People, I'll be real with you. Remember when we first started Full Gamers, I said to these guys, I was going to do a Disney Infinity thing. They said to me, it's up to you. And I was going to buy this game for £50.
Yeah.
And then I started to realize, hang on a sec, each character cost me £10. So if there's a part of the game that I can't get through because I haven't got like a dark monster or like Loki, I would not be able to enter that part of the game until I buy an evil character. No. What the fuck are they talking about? I'm not doing this. Do you know what I mean? I'm not.
It was way too much for nothing. No.
With them putting, if Crash Bandicoot is in Spyro, because I didn't really understand what they were talking about. Oh, you can design your own skyline.
Yeah, it was basically. I think, to be honest, they're like, it's either two things. One, that they're basically running out of ideas for new creatures, and two, people just aren't buying them as much anymore. So instead of mass producing them and not making their money back, they're like, listen, we're not going to make any more. You fucking make your own.
I didn't I thought Skylanders was dead already. I didn't think it was still going on.
Well, like I said, it's quite popular on for the young'uns, I suppose. Like, obviously, we're not exactly young'uns, but I mean, there is collectible value there. I mean, there are probably older people who collect them. Like,
this is the funny thing about it. The Disney Infinity ones look more collectible. Have you seen the Ant-Man and the Captain America one?
Oh yeah, man, they're fucking solid. Like I said, when they go down to just like £5 or something online or something, I'm definitely just gonna buy them just to have them like. Just as a figure, like as a collectible thing. Like.
Looks the best one to me. He looks perfect.
Captain looks fucking solid. He looks like an absolute fucking tank on legs. Man. He just like fucking standing there.
He's really of the Marvel world. He's really of the Marvel world. Mm-hmm. Really Marvel world. Okay, so moving on. Kojima came out and he learned.
It's like Godzilla, isn't it? When you see him, Kojima. You know what I mean? Like, oh fucking hell.
Kojima comes out and he's learned English for...
Yeah, I mean, he made the effort, man. Jesus, man. Come on, he's got to now. He's working with fucking Sony. Like, come on.
Yeah, so he learned English, and I was very shocked. When I hear him speak... When I hear him speak...
Yeah, you'll get there.
So which one do you use? You speak, innit? Yeah?
Yeah, speak. Come on, man. Who are you, Hideo fucking Kojima? Come on, brother.
Yeah, when I heard him speak... There you go, that's what it is. When I heard him speak, I was shocked to hear him talk English. Like, all these Japanese guys now realizing that we love their games. Like, even the guy from the Xbox One, the guy that does Final Fantasy, he even spoke English, and I was shocked because I normally listen to his interviews in Japanese, and there's some arsehole sitting next to him trying to translate.
Yeah.
Listening, but he came out, and then the guy from The Walking Dead, is it the guy from The Walking Dead? Stood there.
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Stood there with a baby. And the game is
cool. That looked fucked up. I like it because I'm like Silent Hill's my favorite kind of horror genre. Like the first three, the rest can just like go suck a bag of dicks. Like, but
suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah,
Even exactly. What Ubisoft, mate.
I know, you know what I mean. I just thought I might just throw that in there to see if I get a couple of laughs because I didn't find it fucking funny. But anyway,
I didn't find it funny.
But yeah, like it was my favorite kind of horror series.
To suck dick, you probably get escorted out, but then she can tell you at a live press conference to suck a bag of dick. Sorry, woman.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't. Go on. Sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. Like, but yeah, as it was my favorite, it had that very kind of abstract, like everything was dead, and like everything was dead, and it all had umbilical cords, and like
what's that? What was a man strapped to with a fake umbilical cord to feed a baby? What is that?
I don't know. Like this is Kojima. Like I it makes me think to myself, what does that guy dream of? Like, what does that guy sit there? Do you know when you're having your breakfast and you're thinking of just like random shit? Like, you know, you just sit there and you don't even remember what you were thinking about after you eat breakfast. Could you imagine what the fuck goes through that man's head? Like he must have fucking, I don't know. Like, you walk into his house and you just got bits of paper fucking everywhere with like nonsense on it. Like,
I know, but wouldn't you, like, me and you are the type of person, because me and Retro, we're literally writing stuff at the time like that now. Wouldn't you love to have that creative feel that you have enough money in the bank?
Yes. I mean, obviously, anyone would. I mean, being able to have that kind of freedom, and that's why I wasn't a massive fan of Metal Gear Solid, like, in the later years. Number 3 was my favorite.
I was not. I was not. Number 2. The one I played through was number 2. I didn't play number 3. I just lost touch of it.
Like number 3 was my favorite, but like, I mean, that guy has got a fucking brain in his skull. You know what I mean? He's not exactly like a fucking empty helmet. Mate. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yes, the best. And you know what? It feels really bad to me that anyone, and this is going to be truth to the heart. anyone that grew up with Kojima that wanted to work with Konami at the time. Now, I know there was probably not only Japanese people that worked at that company. There's people that grew up playing Kojima games and probably said, you know what, I'm going to dedicate my life to do game research, do this stuff. And he hired them in his team to be with him at Konami. And they just started firing off all these people. Can you imagine the time that they've wasted at uni, at university, and stuff like that, wasted to be with Kojima, and then Kojima leaves first? Can you imagine that?
True. I mean, well, when Kojima left, I mean, he was pretty much just, he got home and he said, right, let me just wait. I know someone's going to come out to my front door with a fucking truckload of money and they're going to ask me to come and work for them. I mean, it was going to happen. It wasn't like he was going to disappear forever. And I mean, don't get me wrong, PlayStation jumped on it. I guarantee PlayStation were in talks with him before he even fucking left Konami.
Yes, like, I believe he was as well. And that's why I say to you, behind closed doors, this is why people say, just wait for Kojima. Let's give it like 10 years until Kojima talks about what really happened at Konami. And he will spill his guts. He will tell us.
Yeah, he will eventually. Eventually he will.
That's why I say to people, don't really go by what people are saying in the press about what's going on at Konami. You don't know what's going on at Konami. Let's be real about it. The only game I can believe that was probably bringing them in money was PES. Because PES of microtransactions. What company makes games that then wants to play slot machines? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there is a new Metal Gear coming out. It's a fucking pachinko machine, but...
Exactly.
Oh, well.
Yeah, something is wrong. So, Death Stranding is...
Yeah.
Probably going to be one of the biggest games in 2008.
Oh, it's definitely going to be one of those headfuck games. Like, it's not going to make any sense whatsoever. Like I said, like, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and it's definitely one of my tops out of those games. Like, because, like I said, it had that very kind of. I kind of felt as if it was like a fuck you to Konami. Like, I had something.
Big fuck.
Yeah, I just wish that the guy who made Pan's Labyrinth, fucking Del Toro. I wish he had. Yeah, I wish he had something to do with it. That would have been like the icing on the cake to say, "Fuck you, Konami. You fucking waste of shit. Like, you suck balls."
Let me ask you a question. Is it Metal Gear 5, the one that came out?
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah.
You be real with me, and I'm going to ask you this: yes or no question.
Yeah.
Was Metal Gear 5 a waste of time?
I don't know. I didn't finish it.
Are you hearing that, people? Now, people,
I got fucking bored of it. Like I'm a very I love playing games. I love Japanese RPGs. I love sitting there mindlessly doing the same thing over and over again. But there are certain games that my brain just acknowledges, like, you're gonna have to stop this fucking nonsense now because, like, it's getting fucking stupid. Like, it was fun for a while, but then, like, being a person who wants to be stealthy. Like, you can go round a whole base, and then on the last person you fuck up, and you got to do it all over it. Nah, mate.
I will say this now. If I'm going to be fucked in the arse, I want to be fucked in the arse, yeah? I'm not going to be... Alright, people, if I'm playing Dynasty Warriors that I know that's a button bashing game, and I know it's the same thing every time, then that's fine. What they did in Metal Gear, it's the same thing every single time, but what they did is they made it a massive open map. That's all they've done. That's all and they've given you a chance where you can go in a helicopter. You were you were put in under a spell that everything was different. This game was no different from Dynasty Warriors, but all they've done is put like a little couple they put a base in it. So basically, if Dynasty Warriors, if you could go back to your base, your kingdom in Dynasty Warriors, that's already two of the same things in Metal Gear 5 already. If you could choose like a car. Oh, sorry, in Dynasty Warriors, you already can. I can ride Red Hair around. I can call him. Do you understand? But in Metal Gear, you have to run back to your car. You can whistle for your horse. To me, this game was Dynasty Warriors, but with a gun. And I tried to play people. I only played this game to prove a point to somebody else. So this person could never, ever, ever talk to me about Metal Gear Solid again, because I'm one of the type of people. I'm not a cunt, let's just say that, but I want to. I'm you know what I mean? Yeah. I am one of the type of people. Yeah. If you talk to me about a game, I can be sitting in a room with you, and what I don't like when someone says to me, "Have you played this game?" and I say no, and then what they do. You know what I'm talking about, Retro. They ramble
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I was in the same room, when this conversation happened, and I told you my opinion on that. Like, if I don't like a game, I'm not knocking the game. Yes, the game may get 10 out of 10s, but to me personally, I really couldn't give a fuck. Like, I don't believe in scores anyway. I never have. Because I find that scores is very judgmental, and I feel as if people who make scores forget the scores that they give other games, and then it just doesn't work out well. If you're going to try and do something like that, like Jamboster did in the previous years, like, make your own up. Give it that kind of feel where you're explaining what you want, but you're not giving it a number. Because at the end of the day, numbers only cause fucking issues.
Exactly. Now, like exactly what Jamboster said, and UnluckyRetro. If I'm sitting in a room with you and you're talking about a game to me that I have not played and you're bigging up this game, I am the type of motherfucker that will buy the game that you're going to buy. Okay? So you can never talk to me about this game. You people need to understand, every single person in 4Gamers bought this game. UnluckyRetro didn't finish it.
No, I couldn't. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I had other games to play. Like, I had other shit. I have other games that were lower in like rank and shit to play, and I enjoyed them a lot more. I can't remember what it was.
Thank you. Sofa Soldier, he played it.
Yo.
Jamboster, he played it probably the hardest out of all of us, and he even went on to multiplayer. People, I don't play multiplayer games, and UnluckyRetro, you didn't even fucking finish me. I played the game just for the sake of playing the game to shut this motherfucker up so they can never talk about Metal Gear Solid again to me. And believe it or not, people, the person never spoke about it again because they knew now if they ever said to me Metal Gear 5 was the best game in the world, Jamboster, UnluckyRetro, and me would have shat all over it. I shat all over this game, people. I shat on it. Do not tell me. Do you remember Liquid?
No, I didn't get that far.
What happened with Liquid?
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Where's the DLC for this game?
I don't know. There's no such thing. Well, the lost chapters. What you mean the lost chapters are never gonna? No, they're never gonna see the light of day. They're never gonna see the light of day. Like
I'm saying to people, don't do it to me. And I feel don't do it to any of the 4Gamers neither, because we will literally buy the game to shit on your parade and we will play it and we will never want to hear about this game again. Metal Gear 5 is a forgotten game.
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, due to the fact of what happened at the end and the circumstances of it, Konami being absolute cunts, but at the end of the day, he's come out of it well. And like I said, this new Death Stranding looks alright.
Yeah, he's fucking done brilliant. Okay.
Right.
Last and not least, and this is really, really weird. Are Marvel now trying to take over the world of video games?
I know, right? I saw that. I thought to myself, Spider-Man? Like, of all the things, exclusive. I mean, it's definitely going to be tied into Spider-Man Homecoming. Without doubt.
Yes, it is. It will be. You're right. You're 100% right. When I saw it, it said, the reason it was really joke, right? It said Sony Entertainment Presents. And I thought the last game is going to be another exclusive. I thought, okay, let me see what this is. And then I heard, hey, it's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I thought, are you taking the fucking piss?
Yeah.
They got Spider-Man exclusively to PlayStation.
I know. Yeah, but the thing is, it looks really good. Like, the action and so it doesn't look like that very kind of childish, the Amazing Spider-Man games. Yes. I didn't play them, but I watched a few people on YouTube who did reviews for them and all that kind of stuff. So I saw enough of the gameplay, and it looked very kind of childish, very kind of bubbly type thing. But this one actually looks all right. I definitely have more interest in it. I mean, due to the fact of obviously the movie coming out next year as well, that does help. So,
this game, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Scarlet Spider fan at heart, but Spider-Man he's second favorite to me. Like if you talk about superheroes, Spider-Man is. When I saw this exclusive to PlayStation and I saw Marvel, I thought, Marvel they're getting smart, too smart. I think way too smart, because Injustice has just come out. Now that already boosts DC up.
Man, Injustice, that looks fucking sweet. The second one looks. Did you see more of the gameplay? They released a bit more yesterday as well. So you have to have a look.
If it's demos, I don't really play them.
No, it wasn't. It was a bit more gameplay. They showed a bit more how the clashing system works and all that kind of stuff. I'll go on. Yeah, it looks alright. Like I said, it looks like I'm looking forward to playing Supergirl. She looks fucking sweet.
Exactly. I think you spoke me into fucking buying that game. But Spider-Man, I'm definitely getting. If it's open world like how they've shown it, like him swinging through the streets, my days, my brother. They didn't show us any bosses neither, so they keep it hush hush. They didn't show us any bosses at all, none whatsoever. His suit looks a bit, I don't really know, like a bit bright.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a whole new look on it. I think that's what the suit is going to be similar in the Homecoming. Like, it's definitely like the whole white, like the whole bit of white now in it. Like, it's always been red and blue, and now they've got white as the spider and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it looks interesting. I'm not a massive fan of it, but...
Same voice actor, the boy. I hope they use him. I hope they use him.
Yeah, they should do, surely. I mean, it's Marvel actually making it this time, so surely they've got the fucking shekels to do it, mate. Surely they got the fucking rummies, mate.
Okay, so that's Sony E3. I want to talk to you about Sony anyway. Sony have done it, haven't they? This for E3, they've
flat out. I mean, don't get me wrong. There wasn't as many shows as there was last year, like, and the few years before. There was only 6 events, like 6 conferences. But I must admit, PlayStation, like, they didn't do that whole kind of, and that was another thing in the Xbox. They did a whole lot of a lot of sellers coming onto the stage, and like that whole bit with the Project Scorpio. Oh yeah, companies working together. You know, we're able to do the best things with
Xbox One S.
Oh, Xbox Ones. Xbox Ones. Yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't like it.
Xbox Ones. Like, it is one word, but they just like left a space in between the S. Like,
so where's my Xbox box? Where's my Xbox Box Ones box, please?
Yeah, I want an Xbox One and Xbox Ones. That's what I want.
Please.
Do you know what I mean? Like I said, it was a lot of like, you know, making sure the shareholders were happy. I felt with the Xbox One as well. Like, there was a lot of people coming on stage, and there was a lot of people this and a lot of people that, and like,
you know what? Bill Gates is watching them. I know. You think that he doesn't own. He owns the Microsoft work. He owns it. But I'm guaranteeing you, he's watching them like a fucking hawk. I'm guaranteeing he's saying to them, if you guys don't pull this off, mate, I will pull Xbox from underneath you. I will take it. And the thing is,
he might as well, in my opinion. He might as well, because like every time a trailer came up, it was Xbox One and with Windows 10 exclusive. So basically, it was saying you could go out of your way to buy a £300 console, or you could just get it on PC. You could buy this game on a £300 console, or you could get it on PC. Like,
do you think he's taking it from them eventually? He's taking it from them. I mean,
at the end of the day, I do think Xbox is just going to kind of wean away eventually. I think they're trying to now just push everything onto the Windows 10. But, like, it's silly, really. Like, I know the kind of what they're trying to do, but what they need to realize is that if they're competing with another console, they need to keep their console relevant. And if they keep releasing all their exclusives on Windows 10, which, by the way, does not make it exclusive. I don't know if people start jumping down me about Street Fighter. No, Street Fighter is not exclusive. They say it's for PlayStation and PC. No, that's not exclusive. That's not what exclusive means. But yeah, when they keep saying Xbox and PC, it's not exclusive anymore. Like I said,
you know what I think they say, because it's all under the Microsoft. It's all under the Microsoft.
But like I said, they should just say under Microsoft. Like, stop saying exclusive. It isn't.
Say a Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah.
Say a Microsoft exclusive. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It isn't, because at the end of the day, okay, it's not on one other console, but that doesn't matter. On PC, it's always going to be better. You're never. That's what I don't understand. Most people nowadays do own PCs. Obviously, there are the families who just have the consoles and stuff like that, which will look forward to things, but most people who go to like the EA conferences and the Xbox conferences, they have PCs. I mean, I saw a guy in the crowd sitting there with a fucking Apple Mac. You know, like, you know what I mean? He was watching it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know, he was fucking typing away while he was watching. Like, they're not some dumb mugs. Like, they've all got fucking high-end computers at home. And every time you say to them, it's going to be on PC, people are going to buy it on PC. Because they know the mods community is going to be there, the graphics is going to be there, you know, and all that kind of stuff. If it fucks up on computer, on an Xbox, You're going to have to wait until Xbox decides to release a patch to fix it.
I know where their hard. What I want to know is where their hardcore fan base has gone. Like, where's that? When I was working and I was a PlayStation 3 owner, where has the people that used to gloat at me about 1080p? Where have they gone? Like, one conference 2 years ago, basically, when they said you have to keep Xbox online all the time, and you can't buy it in Brazil because their internet connection is shit.
Yeah.
That changed everything. I remember I went to work, and I think you were working with me.
Yeah.
I asked you, did you watch the Xbox conference? And you said yes. And I was like, what are you going to buy? You were like, PlayStation. And everybody else I went to, I told them because people were like, oh, I'm going to buy the Xbox. And when I told them what Xbox was doing, they were like, well, I'm just going to buy a PlayStation then. I changed their minds literally in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I changed everybody's mind. And if you watched the Xbox conference like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, all those people that watched it, they were like, are you fucking kidding me? Everyone just went out and bought a fucking PlayStation. Even though within a week, Xbox has said we've changed it, people were still like, nah.
No. Once it's done, it's already done. Once you fucking shit the bed, you know what I mean? You can't replace it. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Once you shit the bed, you can't fucking replace it, bruv. You know what I mean? Regardless if you clean it or not, you will always know that someone shit on that bed. And that's how Xbox is done. Regardless of what they do. Like, I mean, last time I checked, last year they were bashing backwards compatibility. I mean, where's that fucking
and
gone?
now they're doing it. Now they're proper like, oh, yeah.
But where is it, though? Like, I don't see them still talking about it. Like, it's like something that they thought was going to make millions, but it didn't end up making millions. Like, they just need to understand certain things, and I just feel as if Xbox have lost it now due to the fact of their circumstances. And like I said to you before earlier, like the constant repeat, like I just feel as if it's a repeat. God of War 4. I mean,
you know what I think it is?
You know what 4, you know, like Dead Rising 4, you know, and
you know what it is. Sorry to cut you. You know what it is, and it's all down to money. And they believe that people have lots of it. Do they not realize that people are just coming off recession? They say recession is dead. It's not. They say it's dead. Everything's
recession in my house every fucking day, son. What are you talking about? Man?
Everything has gone up in price. Everything has gone up. Now, if you believe that people have money to pay for EA Play, pay for DLC, pay for this whole thing of like, oh, every month you can play all your old games by paying a membership fee. No one. People have got rent. They're forgetting people have got rent to pay for. Your parents, if you say to your parents, basically you have to give them a fucking what's it called? Like a briefing.
Yeah, an essay. You got a fucking essay, like a fucking college report.
Yeah, mum, the reason why you should get me this is because
you know what I mean?
Son, why don't I just buy you the old console and then you can buy the game? Do you know what I mean? So I just buy you the old console. That's cheaper now, probably like £100, and I can go and buy you all the old games. That's all on that list.
That's true.
Instead of me buying membership, they're not realizing. No. Certain things don't apply to people because I'm not paying for certain things anymore. I need food in my house. I'm sorry. I need food. I need electric. I need my internet bill. Come on, I'm already paying my internet bill, and you want me to pay for a membership to play old games? No, sorry, mate.
No, I just don't think it's right. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said to you, I know what Xbox is trying to do now. They're trying to kind of weave both Windows 10 and Xbox together, but I just think they're trying to disguise the fact that, you know, they flopped. And obviously you can't admit that. You can't. But, I mean, the sales show. I mean, don't get me wrong, yes.
I think this shows. This conference, it shows as well. This conference showed me that the only good game that they have coming out for their Xbox is Scalebound. And then even now, when I look at Scalebound, it even looks like Dante.
I mean, to be honest, when I first saw it, when they showed it last year, I definitely preferred that trailer. This trailer was okay, but I just felt as if, I don't know, it felt kind of very sluggish. And like I said to you when we were watching it, he just looks like Dante to me, like the new Dante that they made, and people fucking hated him.
A multiplayer game where everyone's using the same character.
Yeah, the only thing difference is their jackets, and I don't like the whole headphones thing. Like,
I like that. But I
it's
don't understand
okay,
how
but
is he gonna do battle listening to music, fighting dragons? Never. He can't hear who's coming behind him. He doesn't have spider sense. He doesn't have a power.
yeah, but you see, the thing is, I don't know if you saw, like, did you play Metal Gear Solid Rising? Like,
No,
or
never played it.
Metal Gear Rising, I should say. Sorry, like they had like really kind of Jap pop heavy metal music type thing, and I'm worried now that Scalebound's going to have that. And the thing is, that's a very kind of unique audience. You've got to make sure like them like that kind of music doesn't appeal to everyone. And like every time he decides to put his headphones, you're going to have to be listening to some like scream Japanese man like. I don't know. I just don't think that's going to fly. I mean, I like the fact that they're now bringing back play your own music to the games. That was the only good, credible thing from the Xbox things for me. Because
they're doing that now.
That was the reason why I bought an Xbox 360. To have that kind of, playing your own music while you're playing your game.
I had Tupac playing in Grand Theft Auto, mate.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, and I hate the fact that they're trying to make out as if it's something brand new. Like, we're fucking idiots. Like, we don't know that happened on the Xbox. Like, fucking stupid. But that was one of my favorite things. And like I said, We Happy Few. But the rest of them, like I said, Dead Rising 4, Gears of War 4, Forza 3, Halo Wars 2. Like, they had a few, like Recoil. Recoil looked good. I liked Recoil and all that kind of stuff. But that was made by the guy who made Mega Man. So
it sounds really bad. I've forgotten everything that was in the Xbox conference. I didn't care. It was when I saw the PlayStation 1, it sounds like I even forgot about the Ubisoft one. I was watching the EA one today and I was like, I got bored. I was
EA was just fucking sports and war, mate. Sports
EA?
And war. Sports and war. You want to die? Do you want to kick ball? Play EA.
Why did EA tell you every single game that they had before they showed us the trailer? He told us within the first minutes, he said, this game, this game, this game, this game. And I was like, why are you telling us?
I mean, the thing is, what got me was it was pretty much a rehash of the last year. Like, it just, I mean, like, obviously Battlefield had changed, but, I mean, it was just the same games. Madden, FIFA, hockey, whatever. It was just like, yeah, we saw those games last year. We know those games are coming out. Without a doubt, we know those games are coming out. Show us something new. Show them something new. And they kind of really, I mean, Mass Effect Armada was the only thing I was actually interested in. That looks really clever. Like, the way it looks, the animation and the graphics.
The jumping back, as soon as the trailer came out, my Amazon account was like, blah, blah.
Yeah. Mine was as well. Like Mass Effect, pre-order.
Amazon was shit.
They were waiting to press that button. They were like, yep, blink, yep.
Amazon's like, yeah, your pre-order has been noted for this date, February, blah, 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 blah. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, that out of the EA, that was what I was looking forward to. Like, Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, that looks right because it looks like you're going to be traveling in universes and stuff like that. So, that looks very interesting.
Okay, mate. So that comes to the end of TeddyHoggle's second podcast.
Yeah, it was an E3 special, wasn't it? Like,
I didn't. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to do this whole thing with UnluckyRetro. I wanted to talk about life. I wanted to talk about, but Sony conference shocked me, and I didn't think I was even going to talk. I had so many things written down to talk about today with him, but what I'll do is I'll save that for Jamboster, and the next podcast will be Jamboster and UnluckyRetro. They will be both. So prepare for laughs in this one. If this one has been I'm
hoping it's been entertaining to the sense that you understand. I mean, obviously it's not going to be as funny as the first one because obviously we're not talking about life, but I'm hoping that people understand who watched the conferences as well, and they understand the point of us. We're not being horrible. We're being honest.
Yeah, this is for the gamers, and I'm sorry, Xbox, you done fucked it up.
Yeah, people. Xbox, mate, like I said, I mean, don't get me wrong, you've done better than you did in previous years, but I mean, like you said, when the PlayStation starts up and they got like an orchestral kind of like fucking montage at the front, like, fucking Sony weren't fucking around. Like, all their music was live. None of this stupid, like, fucking drum and bassy kind of shit in the background. This was the real deal. Like, PlayStation weren't fucking around. Like, there wasn't 6 million people coming on the stage telling me how good their game is. And, like, I couldn't care. And, like, the fake, woo, yeah, pirates, yeah, I'm climbing up a fucking bridge, yeah. Like, none of that kind of fucking nonsense.
None of that bullshit.
You know what I mean?
So,
like,
yeah, people, podcast 2, we thank you for joining you.
Thank you.
Exactly. I've been Teddy Hoggle. I've been joined by UnluckyRetro. Podcast 3 will come out probably next week or the week after. Just bear with me because we have to really try to think about what we're going to talk about now because E3 just fucking shocked me. I need to fucking like think of new shit. I will brainstorm, people. Like, subscribe, and peace.
You would. Nice one.